So I got a question. Do you think do you think Tibetans ask other Tibetans, what's the benefit of being Tibetan before they I don't just claim to be who they are? Or do you think that Russians will ask other Russians, hey, what can I get if I call myself Russian? That's who you are. Why wouldn't you identify as who you are? Right? Am I tripping? No? I don't know. Help me out, because I'm really confused on why Moors, so-called black people, will ask other Moors, well, what's the benefit? If I call myself Moorish American, what do I get? What do I get for that? What's the benefit? Like, because that's who we are. That's our identity. We're Moors. Why wouldn't we identify as ourselves? That's my logic. I don't know if it makes sense to you. If you have any ideas, shoot me an email, iamhhtemple@gmail.com. Send a comment in. I don't know. It's odd to me, and it's like we have this identity crisis where we know that our identity was stripped from us. Like we don't question. We are all in agreement that our identity, our name, our religion, our culture was all stripped from us, so-called black people. And then there's this guy who came and brought back our name and our culture and our religion before anybody else, which is documented in history. But before we accept it, we're trying to ask what's the benefit of it. Or maybe this is a way we can figure it out. What happens to a person when they lose that? What happened to us when we lost our name, our culture, our religion, our identity? What happened? Maybe that's what we get when we reclaim it or proclaim it. I don't know. I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna close out. So it says, it's called "What Shall We Call Him?" So often, various journalists find trouble in selecting the proper name for the Moorish American. Some say Negro, other brand him Afro-American. Other will brand him race man. Still another will call him Afro-American. And then come colored, dark American, coon, shine, the brethren, and your folks. Your folks. What's happening with your folks? It is indeed a hard matter to find something suitable for the various occasions where a title needs to be used. Is it that these people have no proper name? Did they have a national name when first brought to these shores in the early part of the 17th century? If so, what was it? Did not the land from which they were forced have a name? It now appears a good idea for those whose duty it is to write for the various journals to find out what the national name of the forefathers of these people was or were. Also look into the histories of the founders of civilization and see who they were and where they stood in the building of the present civilization. Probably 2 hours in an up-to-date library would serve to relieve the strain on our men of letters when the occasion presents itself for a title for these people. The matter of the various names given to these 22 million people with all colors of every race of the globe was an act of European psychology. They gave him a name, then defined it as something inferior to theirs, quote-unquote white. They defined as a color of purity, quote-unquote black, they say represents everything of evil. The quote-unquote Negro, as they were called in this nation, have no nation to which they may look with pride. The Negro, as they were called in this nation, have no nation to which they may look with pride. Their history starts with the close of the Civil War, and more properly, with his being forced to serve someone else. Thus, he is separated from the illustrious history of his forefathers, who were the founders of the first civilization of the old world. Woo! This matter should be looked into with the hope of correcting it. And that is Noble Drew Ali, if you ain't know. So, maybe you should look into it. Do a little research. Look into that guy, Noble Drew Ali. That is D-R-E-W, Drew Ali, like Muhammad, but before him. Much love to Muhammad Ali. Peace and love to his family. I think that is it. I'm going to get to these waffles. Keep shining. Spread love. And just ask people, do you know who Noble Drew Ali is? Or, what's the nationality for black people? Because black isn't a nationality. Just ask people that. See what the answer is. Much love. Thank you for watching. Much love to my man White Dave. Coming soon. Season of the Rich. That's all I got. Peace, 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 peace. Much love. Oh, actually, I'm working on a book. I just finished up a very crucial chapter. Writing up the table of contents now. I'm gonna start working on the reference section. We coming along. Stay tuned. Much love.